Hello. Now, as promised, I did promise to feature a game to show off the radar and just how potent it can be in a game. Now, this game is on the same map as the previous Missouri commentary, and in this game, well, I have a bout of absolutely monstrously terrible luck, but such things happen. And this is more about the comeback and basically making the game worth it in the end. Now, the first thing, of course, I'm going to the same position as earlier. I really enjoy this position. I mentioned it earlier. It gives you torpedo cover, it gives you vision cover. It's overall just a great position to lob shells from, especially on a US battleship. And of course, the enemy, if they're moving towards the other side, they tend to give you a lot of broadsides, which I like to exploit from here. Hence why I in general like this position. There are a couple of smokes up front. In fact, there's a Neptune up front that was earlier spotted, and a Tashkent. So I'm gonna actually push up here since there's not too many other ships, and unlike Domination, where simply being near the capture points is enough, I want to create some pressure on this side of the map. So I'm gonna start pushing a bit in and help out my Akatsuki and Mayhem here. Now, Friedrich der Grosse giving a lot of broadside. Oh, can I shoot Erdis? Let's see if I can actually shoot Erdis Hill. It's gonna be very close. The arcing shells, yes, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, just mostly overpens because the only shells that made it through were the ones that were gonna hit his superstructure. And of course, that's gonna be an overpen and not much else. But there is a smoke in front of me, and Tashkent, Neptune, still to be found, so I'm just gonna keep closing the distance. The smoke gives me some nice cover as well, and of course I'm running my stealth build, so as you can notice, between every volley I disappear from vision, which is exactly the point of this build. Hello? Neptune is, well, I'm undetected, so he doesn't realize I'm here, and he's pushing out, and doing this in a Neptune is of course not a very smart move. Because, well, that's 4 citadels and 1 dead Neptune. Of course, that's something you should absolutely never ever do. However, turning to shoot at him, I gave so much broadside, I think I am gonna eat a torpedo. Yes, got flooding, repaired it. And there's more torpedoes coming. So I'm already turning to the right, so I'm just gonna try to complete my turn and get away from these torps. And Tashkent, I'm still saving my radar, no need to use it yet, because I want to keep pushing in. But however, this is where you see my repair just ended. I eat 1 torpedo and I get a flooding. And of course, that's not enough. When RNG hates you, it really hates you. So the one volley from the York sailing past, who briefly spotted me, also sets a fire. So I get an unrepairable flooding and unrepairable fire. That's gonna be ticking for a full amount of time. This is of course nightmare status for a battleship. Of course, the worst part is that flooding not only does it tick for a lot of damage and consistently, it also reduces your top speed. Now, Tashkent disappeared from vision, so I pop radar for my Mayhem to help him out as he's rushing in to fight this guy. So to help him out, I pop my radar. And here you can see some of the utility. Even if I'm not able to shoot myself, I'm able to help my Mayhem. Just absolutely wreck this dude. I tried to get some shots in. There's smoke here, gonna see if I can park in there. I do get some overpens in, which is nice. Gonna see if I can park in the smoke. I'm losing so much HP. It's constantly ticking down. And Friedrich there, no, that's the York. I think that's the York that's shooting me. Is Friedrich der Grosse shooting me? Yeah, he's shooting me. And then we have some nice AP pens on top. My repair finally comes up. But during this time, I've dropped down to 16,000 HP. So besides the Neptune kill, well, that Neptune kill ended up costing me a lot, because I ate 1 torp from him because I turned out, and then I was unable to dodge the next volley just as my repair ran out. So pretty much a horrible start in HP wise. But the good thing, of course, something that I mention quite often, when it comes to flooding and fire damage, they are all light damage. And light damage, of course, is something that every single dot damage, basically damage over time, every single damage over time effect, which is basically just fire and flooding, they can be healed 100%. So even though right now I'm low, with my heals coming up, you can see how much I heal. I heal the maximum possible amount you can heal from using the consumable. So if I just take a breather, in fact there's this nice mayhem smoke I might lend for a bit, and there's this once again some islands here. I'm in no hurry to push up yet, because, well, first of all, it's standard battle, we have a slight lead, and our base looks fairly safe so far, so I'm not really in a hurry to make any play. So I'm just gonna chill, I'm gonna take my time. You can see the next grey chunk on my health bar already. You can see again I'm gonna be able to heal a huge chunk. All I gotta wait a second to for my next repair to come up, and I can use it. Of course, this is one of the reasons I highly recommend using the premium repair, because it has significantly lower, not only does it give you an additional charge, but it also has significantly lower cooldown, and especially in situations like this it becomes incredibly important, because if I wasn't using premium repair, this would take many more minutes. I would be like shut out and pushed out of position for many more minutes than I am now. Once again, as I said, good position, no one can spot me, even if I'm not in the smoke, I'm just using the terrain. Gonna lob some shells over the terrain here while I'm waiting for my heal to come up again. I did say I was down to 16k HP. The first heal healed me up to 28k, which is of course a 12k heal, and I'm pretty sure the next one is probably gonna heal me up to what, or 40k, if it continues the same way, since I think that's pretty much the max you can get with the flag. Spotting a Neptune, which is of course a very tempting target. I have a hard time making out his speed though. Is he going slow or fast? Oh, he's turning. So, well, my front turret clipped the mountain. And sadly I only got an overpen. I guess it slowed down a bit more than I expected. Now my next heal is up, and this is where I finally decided, well, it's now I can start pushing out. So I took this a bit of a pit stop, lick my wounds, heal up, get those heals ticking to negate all that flooding and fire damage I took earlier. And you can see I went from being down to 16k HP, and I'm now healing up. My estimate was about 40k, and I think that's about what I'm going to reach. 39.5, 40, oh, actually 41k, even better. So now I'm back in action, so to say. Gonna help my buddy here who's pushing in. He's being shot at from every side. He's slowing down, which is of course smart. He's waiting for us to catch up to him now. Gonna see if I can punish this eye by giving broadside. Of course not. RNG does not like those kind of volleys, it seems. He's turning in and angling, but there's two cruisers here, and neither of those can exactly tank Missouri or Iowa shells, so I'm just gonna focus on them. In fact, I'm just going to shoot my front guns at the Indianapolis. He's so low, I don't want to waste my tar volley. And then I'm going to shoot the other two guns at the York instead. Well, the dispersion made me miss the Indianapolis completely, but on the other hand, the York was turning as I shot, so I nailed him right in the Citadel quite easily. My buddy got destroyed by the Bismarck. There is a Neptune and Atlanta up there, but here's another situation where I don't really fear pushing into this. I mean, there's the risk of this Neptune smoking up, but I kind of want him to smoke up. In fact, I encourage it. I like the fact that he would smoke up, because, well, that means I can push in and radar him. Once again, another heal. You can see how much I'm healing up. So once again, as long as when you take huge fire and flooding damage, it's not the end of the world as long as you survive it. If they if you stay in a position where they can still keep firing at you, well then of course you're gonna get killed. But if you just manage to take a breather, like I did there, just chill down your aggression for a second, you can heal up a tremendous amount of the HP and the damage you have taken, and which is exactly what happened here. Neptune shooting me, Atlanta shooting me, I think even the Bismarck might be shooting me. But Neptune damage isn't too bad, especially when you're angled, so I'm not too worried. The biggest threat right now is probably his torps and the Bismarck in general. But once again, I still have my hidden weapon, which is the radar, so I'm going to continue pushing here. The Neptune, he's not going around the island, which makes me think he's probably going to park there and just park there and smoke up. He's thinking I'm going to be pushing into and become an easy kill, and that would be pretty much optimal for me. Him thinking that. Of course, this is something that probably will change when more people learn about the Missouri radar. But even then, even if he knew about the radar, his only option would really be to flee, which is kind of the strength. While he smokes up, I pop my radar, and since I know exactly where he is, I already have my guns aimed and pointed that way. 2 instant citadels. He's chunked extremely low. The rest of my team, of course, open up on him now when he's detected by my radar. Now, when more people learn about the radar, much like what happened with Russian cruisers, it will lose some effectiveness, but it's still an extremely potent tool for just pushing in, forcing the enemy out. DDs have to flee in front of you. Royal Navy cruisers, they can't just sit there and contest points, they'll have to flee as well. And unlike a squishy cruiser who can kind of struggle to be in the open and be effective with that radar, the Missouri's radar is just incredibly strong. Well, because it's mounted on a 80k HP armored behemoth that's very strong against anti-air as well, so it's very hard to stop this radar from advancing. You see how much stuff they're just pouring my way. I hit a torp again, I'm eating a ton of damage on the way, I don't care, I'm just gonna keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Let's see, I wanna hit him on the belt. I hit him a bit too high, I think. I got those overpens once again. I usually don't aim like at the waterline when I shoot German battleships, because that's what you do when you aim for citadels, and there's of course no need for go for citadels on German battleships. You just want to get the penetrative damage. So this time, let's see if, well, he's slowing down, he really wants to kill me. He sees he's got 2 fires and stuff on me, but giving this much broadside, it doesn't matter if I get citadels or not. You can do massive 20k volleys, and he gets instantly deleted by the next volley. Now, of course, being the Missouri, damage is credits wise is absolutely massive. The credits gain is insane, as is the XP. Once again, this isn't a daily win bonus, this is the 100% XP camo that it has. So this game that started so terribly but still managed to somewhat recover, insanely rewarding in every way. And if we look at the team score, well, a huge amount of base XP, but still not enough. Well, not really a huge amount, just 2.3k, but still such a huge amount of XP given thanks to the camo. And looking at the detailed report, well, the main thing here is probably my damage received. You can see just how much I was able to tank in my ship. 133,000 damage tanked, and I was still quite healthy at the end without too many issues. So light damage, people tend to overvalue it. You can see I took a wither worth of damage in fires and flooding, but I just healed that all back up, so I didn't really care in the end. So this was more to show, well, not only how effective the Missouri radar is, but just how you shouldn't overreact when you're hit by fire and flooding. As long as you manage to disengage in between, well, it's pretty much your favorite damage to take. Unlike a citadel or a torp, which you can't heal up the same way, fire and flooding is fantastic. You just heal it all back and it's like it never happened. Anyway, this was my second Missouri commentary. I don't know if I'll be featuring too much else of this ship, because it's basically an Iova. It's just that this radar is very, very potent and allows you to make some very nice aggressive plays, which is of course something I quite enjoy. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys the next time.